Okay, I took a lot of notes again. Hey everybody, welcome back to Everyday Barbecue. My name is Mike, and today I'm going to do my review on the Blackstone griddle with air fryer, the new model. I'm really excited about this cooker. I've had it here for about a month, and I'm finally ready to tell you what my thoughts are on it. Alright, real quick, if this is your first time here and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button, give me a like on the video, leave a comment. The YouTube algorithm loves that stuff. I'd really appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the bell down there to get notified anytime I release new content. Now, I've had this cooker here for about 30 days. My old Blackstone I gave to a really good friend of mine. And Matt, if you're watching, I love you, brother. You've been there for me for a long time. I really appreciate it. Anytime I've ever needed anything, this guy's been there. So he got my old Blackstone. He's enjoying it. He's putting it to good use. And I'm glad that it's in good hands. Now, when this thing came in, it's super heavy. So it took a lot of effort to get the box back here out onto the porch. My son and I spent the day putting this thing together. And other than one small little misalignment with a screw and the leg, which really wasn't a big deal because I just kind of forced it. I pushed it and then I had my son go ahead and turn the screw and everything worked out fine. But that was the only issue I had during assembly. Then naturally I went through the seasoning process. I did what any self-respecting Blackstone griddle owner would do, and I cooked bacon on it. Now over the past month or so, I've done some chicken fajitas, I've done some steak tacos, I've done some burgers. Recently used the air fryer, and that came out really good. I've only used it one time, and I'm not a big air fryer buff. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I'm not really big on air fryer stuff. I'm kind of leaning there though, because I'm learning that air fryers are more healthy and the food comes out real crispy. But I put some potatoes in here, and I sprayed them with some olive oil, preheated the thing, got those cooked, and word to the wise, don't ever eat anything right out of the air fryer. It was super hot, like super freaking hot. So just take your time, let it cool off, and be patient. Don't be like Mike. So they came out super crispy. The family loved them. They said they were even better than when we make them in the oven. So for whatever that's worth, there you go. Now this cooker, in comparison to the old Blackstone models, it's just incredibly different. I mean, it is built way better. Blackstone refined this cooker so much. It's got a beautiful, sleek look on the outside. It's constructed very heavy duty as compared to the other. When I did a comparison a few months back with the Camp Chef griddle and the Blackstone at the time, the Camp Chef was definitely better built. Now, granted, this is a newer model, but this thing's super heavy duty. It's a tank, and it's built like it, and you can see it. Everything from the quality of the wheels to the frame to the face, the knobs, the igniter button, everything is just miles apart from the old cooker. Now, I also really love this attached hood. It gives it a really cool look. It's useful during cooking if you want to use it that way. And it also does the same thing like my hood that I got aftermarket from my buddy Ron over at Backyard Life Gear, and that it sort of serves as a splash guard here too for when you're cooking. So really love the idea of having this hood built in. Now, something that's different from the new model Blackstone to the old, or another thing that's different, is that these burners are all independently controlled. So you can easily turn on your first and your last burner, or your first and your third burner, or number 2 and number 4, and they're all controlled independently. So you have more control over the heat and your cook zones. Another big deal on this new model is the rear grease system. Now you can see here that there's a spot in back of the griddle top. All that grease funnels into the back, into a cup, which is located right here. Now you can get these foil inserts to make cleanup real easy back here. And I'll actually put a link in the description for these in case you didn't know that they were a thing. They're a thing, and they make cleanup super easy. Now these shelves on both sides will collapse. You simply pull up, allow it to lay down. That one will fold flat. This one does hit the tank when you put it down, but it sits right back in place, and it's very sturdy. You also get these 4 metal hooks on each side for cooking utensils to hang if you want to use that. Now this is a thick carbon steel cooking top, very high quality. It was easy to season. I just went through the process when I first bought it, the same process I went through on my first Blackstone. But for some reason, this one just seems like it's molded better. It's really hard to explain, but it just seems better to me. I also love how this front area here has the lip, so you don't have any grease dripping out at the front. like in the old one, because that stuff had a tendency to go different places. When you were trying to pull the grease down, it would end up on the front of the cooker or whatever if you weren't real careful. So this kind of eliminates all that. This is a really good design, and the griddle top is really high quality, very heavy. Underneath the griddle top, all 4 burners are stainless steel. Again, super high quality. When you look underneath this thing, it's just telling you that it's built well. You can just look at it and see. So I'm super impressed with that. Now this cooktop gives you 756 square inches of total cook space. That's right on Blackstone's website. Another little thing is this magnetic tool holder here in the front on this side, if you want to use it. I really haven't used it, but if you're somebody that would use it, then it's there. Now one more thing that's on Blackstone's website that's important for some people to know is that the natural gas conversion is not available for this cooker. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure if that'll change, but if you're somebody who would want that, as of this moment anyway, it's not something that you can do with this particular model, the air fryer model. Okay, now let's talk about the air fryer. Now you can see you've got 3 drawers here. The left and the center drawer are air fryer drawers. This drawer here is a keep warm drawer. So for example, if you made fries in here and you were waiting for your burgers to get done, you could drop them here and they'll stay warm while the rest of the food is cooking. This is your air fryer temperature control knob. This is your fan switch. So if you turn this on, and again, you do have to run power, I'll show you that in a second. But if you turn this switch on, your fans will turn on. You'll do that after you ignite the burner. So you'll start by pretty much setting this where you want it, hitting the igniter. Once you see it's lit on the side, you can look through from the side, and I've got footage of that I'll put up. Then you hit this switch and you turn on the fan. And it's not plugged in right now, but there's an electric cord over here on the side, and that electric cord is basically what you plug in to run your fans. The feel of these knobs is incredibly different from the original Blackstone. There's like a rubbery sort of outside here, which is real easy to grip, and the smoothness that they have when you turn them, these are just things I've noticed. I'm just really impressed with it, like I said. Super well built, much different from the old one. If I forgot to mention, these are the different air fryer temps that you can set here on the knob. So you can go anywhere from 300 degrees up to 475. Now speaking of the air fryer, when I looked in the instructions for the air fryer, I didn't see a whole lot of information other than how to operate it. So I had some questions. Number one, did I need to clean these drawers before I go ahead and use it? And was there a burn-in process on it? Well, there's really no information in the booklet unless I missed it. When I emailed my contact at Blackstone, they said, no, just clean the drawers and you're good to go. So I did. I ran the drawers through some hot water, some soap, and I put them back in, and that was it. Now when I lit the air fryer for the first time, there was some blue smoke coming out of this, so I know for sure that there was still some residual build grease or something in there that needed to burn off. So when you get this and you use it for the first time, make sure you let that air fryer run for about 15, 20, 25 minutes until you stop seeing that smoke come off of it. It had a little bit of a manufacturer kind of a smell too. The same thing you'd smell when you're seasoning your cooktop for the first time. You know, just all those things burning off. So do make sure that you do that before you cook in there. Now with these new Blackstone models, and I'm not sure if this was a problem with the old one too, but I have heard some people have regulator problems, like where they either can't get it hot enough or it will run way too hot. And other than that, I really haven't heard any problems. Now I've owned 2 Blackstones now, and I haven't had that problem with either one. So I think there's probably minuscule issues with that, but it's something that you should be aware of. So if you buy one of these new models and you experience a problem where you're either getting extremely hot temperatures when you don't want it, or you can't get the extremely hot temperatures, you might have a regulator issue. Call Blackstone, let them know what's going on. They'll help you diagnose what's going on over the telephone. So after all the cooks I've done on this, owning it for 30 days, comparing it to the old one, and honestly just being so impressed with everything that I've seen so far with it, I definitely would give this thing my stamp of approval. If you're in the market for one of these new Blackstones, whether it be the air fryer model or the Pro Series, I can tell you for sure, based on the one I have, that it's extremely well built and it does an outstanding job on food as usual. Now I'm going to have a lot of cook videos coming up here for this cooker. I've already done a couple for other people that I shoot video for. YUCATECO was one, for example. I did some tacos. I don't know if I did the burger on that one or not. Oh no, the burger video I did was the Euro burger that I released right before this. So I'll link you to those videos down below. But anyway, I really want to thank you guys for being here with me today. The garbage men are out there and it's going to start getting noisy. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. There's going to be a lot more review stuff coming up too. I've got inexpensive cookers coming. I've got high-end cookers coming. And I'm going to be focusing a lot on these reviews as well as all the cook stuff that I do usually. So take care. Till next time, I'll see you on the next episode.